Y'all, please don't be fooled by Candace Owens. For me personally, it's almost like, Candace Owens? That's a name I haven't heard in years, kind of thing. But recently, with the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni lawsuit, I guess she was like covering it. I'm not sure, but people were really going to her as a source, and people that like I had no clue even really like would ever go to Candace Owens. And then I realized, oh, she's trying to rebrand. Basically, she's trying to rebrand. It's very clear to me. So the reason I feel like I have like some sort of history when it comes to Candace Owens is that back in, I want to say, well, of course, 2020, obviously, like 4 years ago, I posted a video on my YouTube channel about Candace Owens and addressing the harm that she perpetuates within the Black community. And during that time, it was a really hard post for me to make because I never wanted to disparage any other Black woman. However, she was speaking against George Floyd, and she had some really horrendous, disparaging comments. And we all know back in 2020 when this happened, it was just point blank, period, complete injustice. So back in 2020, when George Floyd was murdered, may he rest in peace, I decided to make a video speaking up against I guess not against, but speaking up about Candace Owens and the harm she was doing towards the Black community by perpetuating all these false narratives and anti-Black rhetoric. I felt I needed to speak up on it because I did have a personal situation at the time that was somewhat of a catalyst for it, in which my long-term partner, his sister, was a Candace Owens fan. And we quickly found out, obviously, she had a lot of racist beliefs and ideologies that she was also getting through Candace Owens because she's a Black woman. So you kind of have this like little out. Like, no, she's a Republican. That's just her political affiliation. But she's a Black woman who's speaking on Black things. She knows what she's talking about. And once I saw that, and I did a little deep dive on Candace Owens, and I realized just how harmful, like the level to which her harmful rhetoric, her harmful anti-Black rhetoric was, and her alignment with that community. So I wanted to use my platform to speak on it, which obviously caused a lot of uproar, and I got a lot of like hate and X, Y, and Z. So that's why I say I'm like, when I hear that name, it's a whole thing. And just today, I've seen people on my For You page talking about, okay, maybe she's grown and changed. Like, can't we give her another chance? I feel very strongly about the fact that no, we cannot. She's made her bed. She has to lie in it because here's the thing. It really is just a rebrand for her. She went a different direction so that she could, figure out how to, like, I guess, still be successful or what have you. But the thing is, we can't lose sight of the fact that she spread harmful anti-Black rhetoric during one of the most dire times in, if you're a millennial like me, in our history when it comes to police brutality towards Black people. She chose to actively perpetuate those things, and that's just one example. There's many more. And with the way that social media has like grown and changed so rapidly, I feel like it's easy for people to just kind of like get tricked. I hate to say it, and I think that's what Candace Owens is doing. She's using it to her advantage, that she's found new platforms, found new people, basically, because we have a whole nother generation on the internet now. And I just want to remind us, we're not supporting Candace Owens. We shouldn't support Candace Owens. You can do your own research, but she is not a person who stands for Black lives. And that, to me, is never something we can support or should support. So yeah, I'll try to see if I can post like my original video on TikTok somehow, because I'm realizing like my YouTube community that I had when I was like meaningfully doing YouTube is not my TikTok community and all the other social platforms. So I will try to reshare that video here. But yeah, definitely just wanted to share that because it's still important to me to make sure that like misinformation, harmful rhetoric, X, Y, and Z is not being pushed under the guise of give people a chance or everyone learns and grows.